This weekend is the final round of the 2024 MotoGP season, and here's what you need to know before it all goes down. But before I jump into everything, if you could please hit subscribe, help us grow here on YouTube, and a fun little fact, I basically respond to every single comment, so please come talk MotoGP with me, even in the off-season. The first thing you need to know about this final round is that it was supposed to take place in Valencia, Spain, but we had some historic and absolutely devastating flooding in the area and made that basically impossible and kind of irresponsible. Which means the final round was moved to Barcelona, Spain, but that doesn't mean the paddock has forgotten about Valencia. This entire weekend is about the people of Valencia. And it's a small consolation, but our hearts, our thoughts, our prayers, all that stuff, and hopefully our pocketbooks, if you're all donating, go out to the people of Valencia for losing their families, their loved ones, their everything. Now, on the racing side of things, the Barcelona circuit is very tricky. It's very slippery. There's not a lot of grip on offer, as the Brits would say, which means we could see a lot of crashing, especially because the temperatures are going to be lower than the riders are used to. It is going to be a very difficult race to manage, which makes this championship battle maybe just a tiny more interesting than it would have been otherwise. Now, going into this weekend, Jorge Martin has a 24-point advantage over rival Pecco Bagnaia for the championship, which means a sprint win on Saturday, he wins the title. And if the last race was any indication of how these two are going to play it, it's going to be fast and frenetic at the front, and Jorge Martin is going to take every match point very, very seriously. He's going to try to win this race, I guarantee it. But if he doesn't win it on Saturday, it goes to Sunday, and then we'll see how far the points are, and it's going to be a very tall mountain for Pecco to climb to try to win this year's championship, and he knows it. Just look at him in the press conference today. He was already kind of saying, yeah, I don't know what I really can do to win this. It's more about what Jorge Martin needs to do. And that means for Pecco, making a mistake. And lastly, for all you maniacs out there, I don't know if that's what you call yourself, but those fans of Andrea Iannone were hoping to see him again in the finale. That's not going to happen. Ducati is bringing in Michele Pirro to take the place of injured Fabio Di Giannantonio. And there's going to be a lot of farewells this weekend, not because it is just the final race of the season, but also that there are so many riders going to new teams or having new roles or retiring. I mean, Taka Nakagami and Aleix Espargaro and Enea Bastianini, Marco Bezzecchi and Maverick Viñales, and don't forget Jorge Martin could possibly take that #1 plate over to Aprilia, and they'll all be riding their new bikes on the Tuesday after the race.